Been teaming up with Community Crisis Center to run a winter wear donation drive. Residents of Elgin are encouraged to donate new or gently used winter clothing to help adults struggling to stay warm this season. Donations including jackets, scarves, and gloves are accepted at any Elgin fire station and the Community Crisis Center located at 37 Geneva Street until December 31st. Elgin residents should note that non-emergency city offices will be closed Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday. Offices will resume their regular hours on Monday, December 2nd. In Oswego, a prolonged 8-month investigation culminated with the arrest of 31-year-old Larry E. Foster, who now faces allegations including 2 counts of criminal sexual assault and 1 count of criminal trespass. This follows a March incident where Foster allegedly entered a home without permission and sexually assaulted an individual. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Crudan.
Do you lay awake at night worrying about what to buy everyone on your holiday list? Well, Skechers is here for a holiday rescue with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the right gift for everyone on your list. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching your shoes, no retying laces. Plus, Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everyone. Moms, dads, grandparents, kids, friends, coworkers, and they're the most comfortable shoes they'll ever wear. Find them for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
WRMN says thank you to all of our local veterans, like Jerry Christofferson of True Patriots Care.
We had the 1,700 flags up across from the wall. That's how many POWs and MIAs from Vietnam are still missing. Plus, we do veterans and first responders funerals.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive by a funeral home or a church or a cemetery and you see the flags, you know a soldier died today.
Go to TruePatriotsCare.com for more information. And veterans, thank you for your service to our country.
Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. NBA Cup group stage play last night. The Bulls beat the Wizards 127-108. 19 points, 12 rebounds for Nikola Vukovic as Chicago improves to 8-11 overall, 6-5 away from home. Kobe White led all Bulls with 21 points. Zach LaVine had 18. Talen Horton-Tucker with 13 off the bench. Jalen Smith added 12. The Bulls have wins in 3 of their last 5. They return to action tonight on the road at Orlando. The Blackhawks take on the Dallas Stars tonight at United Center. Chicago's 7-12-2. Dallas 13-7-0. The Stars are third in the Central Division. Chicago's last. Just 1 win in the last 5 for the Blackhawks. NFL tomorrow. The Bears visit the Lions. Chicago winless in 4 road games. They're 4-7 overall. The Lions 10-1, 4-1 at home. They've won 9 straight and lead the NFC North. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
There are Black Friday deals, and then there are Kohl's Black Friday deals. Where else can you get 40% off Levi's, up to 50% off Sephora fragrances, and home favorites for under $10, all in the same place? And it gets better. You can score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent. Get 15% off some of your finds, and save even more with limited-time doorbusters, like 50% off toys. Select styles. Offers end November 29th. Coupons do not apply to Levi's employees. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays, and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling. Limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
There we go. Now we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. We hope you enjoyed the live broadcast as we were out in Pingree Grove for the train. The beautiful train that happened to have not just lights on there, but also a stage and a band that was able to literally come out from the actual train itself and play some great songs. Definitely in the holiday cheer. Was quite chilly out there, but then when more people started to come in, and actually with the crowd and the heat of the people, it actually made it nice and warmer too. So that's pretty nice. You're listening to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. And hey, you know what? Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. Hopefully everyone is looking forward to Thanksgiving. I want to give a big shout out to Dino, who's going to be taking over for Out to Lunch from 10 to 1 live here in studio. I'm definitely going to be calling in during that time frame so that I can tell you folks, happy Thanksgiving. Wish you all live a happy Thanksgiving. Wish you all a happy Thanksgiving live, because we are still going to be live here on WRMN. So stay tuned for that. We'll go through the weather here real quickly. We've got here currently right now at 39 degrees. We do have a high of 43 degrees. So that's what we're seeing right now here. As a high of 43, we are going to be seeing it dropping down to a low of 28 degrees as we get into tonight. And it is predicted to be pretty much mostly cloudy outside. We do see for Thursday, tomorrow on Thanksgiving, we see a high of 32 degrees, dropping down to a low of 22 degrees. That's going to be coming up for Thursday night. It is predicted to be pretty much mostly cloudy throughout the day. We get to Friday here. Friday is going to be a high of only 25 degrees. So again, we're seeing those temperatures drop. Then we actually am seeing here a little sneak peek into next week. They're going to be rising just a tad bit here. What we're seeing for Friday, pretty much nice and sunny in the very early morning. We do see it going into partly cloudy into the afternoon and evening, dropping down to a low of 17 degrees. That's going to be coming up for Friday. Saturday rolls around. We do see a high of 25 degrees, dropping down to a low of 15. That'll be coming up here. That'll be for Saturday, for the weekend. Sunday rolls around. We see a high of 27, low of 17 degrees, and it's going to be pretty much mostly sunny outside, partly cloudy as we get into the afternoon. That's for Sunday. And then Monday here, high of 27, low of 18. Predicted to be partly cloudy. Tuesday rolls around. We are going to be seeing those showers. The showers are going to be coming through within the area. Snow showers are predicted to be coming through once we hit the afternoon time, continuing on through the rest of the day, low of 22 degrees. Wednesday rolls around, snow showers, then kind of leading off into the rest of the night. As we get into the very early morning for Wednesday, we do see it start to kind of go away here. We're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 31 degrees and a low of 28 degrees. That's going to be coming up for next Wednesday night. You're listening to WRMN AM 1410. I do have a special guest on the show today. We have Bill Pellerinos. Hello, how are you doing today?
Matt, thank you for having me on again.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, the reason why I have Bill Pellerinos on the show here is A1, I love having him on the show here, but two, also, it is actually the day before Thanksgiving. Now, if you don't know, Bill Pellerinos is a DUI expert, so he's going to be discussing with us today about drinks giving and how this is a time of season where a lot of people are out drinking, and we want to make sure that we're all safe on the roads, and how to prepare for that too. So we can definitely get started if you like.
Yes. You know what? Every year for the last 9 years, I've been doing a Black Wednesday broadcast. And for our listeners that are unfamiliar with the term, Black Wednesday is the biggest drinking day of the year. It's bigger than New Year's Eve and 4th of July. It's the day before Thanksgiving. People have the next 4 days off. Even if they don't have 4 days, even if they got to come back on Fridays, some people do work Fridays, but they go out and they start drinking. Mm-hmm. Now, I knew a couple of years ago downtown, there was an office that people went to lunch at noon and never came back on the Wednesday. They started their liquid lunch on Wednesday. So traditionally, it's the biggest drinking day of the year, and problems occur. Too much of a good thing is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. And if you intake too much alcohol, you know, of course, everybody thinks about DUIs and drunk driving, but there's also something called blood alcohol poisoning. If you drink too much, too fast, and I'm talking about drinking alcohol, not soda pop or water. If you consume too much alcohol too fast, your natural fail-safe system, the body to vomit, is overpassed, and people die of blood alcohol poisoning. And you see this sometimes in colleges with hazing, when these students start drinking too much during a hazing or an initiation, and they die of blood alcohol poisoning. If you're going to consume alcohol, the best thing to do, never consume on an empty stomach. Mm-hmm. You know, make sure you eat before you consume any alcohol. I've seen people drinking alcohol at 8, 9 in the morning, you know, with breakfast. I mean, you have people with some serious drinking problems. And add that to the holiday season, add that to driving. Just normal car accidents are causing all kinds of havoc out there today. I was driving on 90. There was accidents, stalls, trying to get out here. Mm-hmm. Imagine later on as people are driving drunk. So it's not something to. It's not a party day. You got to be real careful yourself. Do not consume too much alcohol. If you're consuming alcohol, make sure you don't drive. And even if you're not consuming alcohol, be wary of the cars around you. Just because you're driving straight on the highway, don't look straight ahead. Make sure you're using your rearview mirror. See what's coming up behind you. Mm-hmm. I've had it where fast vehicles are coming up. I can see them, you know, and I'll get to the far right lane to get away from them. I don't know why they're traveling such a high rate of speed, but everybody's had somebody pass them up on the highway at high rate of speed. Am I right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to go back to the foods thing too, would you say just eating any food to help?
Well, yeah, you know what? Alcohol, of course, obviously, you know, down the throat, into the stomach. Mm-hmm. If you have nothing there to saturate the alcohol, then it goes directly through the rest of your system, into the small intestine, through the liver, into the bloodstream. You don't want alcohol directly going into the bloodstream unfiltered. So it's always best to have some type of food, a sandwich, a breakfast meal, some people, you know, McDonald's, whatever. You know, it's always good to have some kind of food in your system before you drink.
Before you drink. Okay, so
before you drink.
Better to do it before you drink than during?
Well, you know, you're closing the barn doors after the horses run out.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you should have food in your stomach to saturate that liquor coming through.
Yeah.
You know, so this way, people on empty stomach, it's a known fact, get drunk faster, mm-hmm. and they get sick faster. So you got to make sure We used to have many years ago when I was in the Navy, every now and then somebody drank too much and, they'd be puking, and we used to call it hugging the toilet and praying to God.
Oh.
But you used to see them, but that's a defense system the body has to prevent alcohol poisoning. You throw up. But that system is circumvented if you drink too much, too fast. I've seen people with funnels, and they pour beer down funnels. Have you seen this thing?
I have, yes. Especially popular at like frat houses.
That's popular where?
At frat houses in college.
Yes, that's horrible. You know what? I just saw something, some student died, I think it was in Dartmouth, as an initiation with drinking too much. You raise your kids, you get them through grade school, high school, you send them to college, you expect them to be safe and wise. And here they're dying of alcohol poisoning. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyways, the whole point is, everybody, if you're going out drinking today, especially tonight, you got to be very careful, not only of yourself, but be careful of the other guy. If you see cars swerving, and I've avoided collisions. I've been so lucky. I've avoided collisions because I drive defensively. I always use my mirrors. Use your mirrors, see what's coming up behind you. And you don't know what the problem is. Maybe that person's speeding, they're trying to get to the hospital. You know how many people make the mistake when their wife's pregnant and their water breaks, they put them in the car and they floor it to the hospital? Well, your car is not an emergency vehicle, sir. Best thing to do is always call an ambulance.
Right.
Let the ambulance take them to the hospital. And if sometimes the baby's born away there, the paramedics can take care of it.
Yeah,
always call an ambulance.
It's always that's probably the best and easiest way to do it, because you'll get the proper care that you need while doing that as well. We're going to take a quick time out, folks. We're going to be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410 here in just a bit. So, of course, stay tuned.
B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist.
Get ready for an unforgettable Saturday night of music on WRMN AM 1410. Starting at 7 p.m., join Cord Stevens live from Studio 14 for the CD Showcase. Cord mixes together a blend of his favorite country music tunes because, as he says, a song remembers when. Then at 9 p.m., don't miss the Pure American Country Radio Show, hosted by the legendary Hall of Fame disc jockey and voice of the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Cody. Enjoy the best in classic country alongside today's real country hits, perfect for every fan of the genre. But the fun doesn't stop there. At 11 p.m., join country music enthusiasts Jim Dandy and Mike Patrick for Branson Country USA. With a rotating roster of special guest stars from the vibrant Branson entertainment scene, you'll get a taste of the best talent in country music. So grab your boots and settle in for a night filled with heartwarming tunes and legendary sounds. Tune in every Saturday night from 7 p.m. to midnight on WRMN AM 1410, where the heart of country music comes alive.
Thanks for listening to WRMN 1410. Don't forget to join us every day for our Comfort Keepers feature. Comfort Keepers is a leading provider of in-home non-medical care for seniors and other adults in need of assistance with daily activities. Again, listen daily at 7:25 a.m. for our Comfort Keepers feature. And thanks for listening.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Be Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com. All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410. We got about 10 minutes here until we get into the bottom of the hour news and then messages from our sponsors. Hey, I've got a cool announcement here. We're going to be having a special on the phone lines guest coming up at 11:30. I just confirmed it right now. Stay tuned for that. They're going to be talking a little bit about some things when it comes to also Drinksgiving and also staying safe on the roads as well, too. Thank you again, Bill, for joining us today.
Thanks for being here.
I thank you for being here.
I meant to say thank you for letting me be here.
Of course.
But anyways, if you're just joining us, we're talking about today's Black Wednesday. It's the biggest, traditionally, it's the biggest drinking day of the year. People are off the next few days. A lot of people got paid today. They got money. They're out shopping. And the roads are backed up. On the way here, I saw 2-3 traffic accidents. On I-90, I saw a stall that caused a big backup. So give yourself extra time to get from point A to point B this whole weekend. Be very careful. A lot of people are off. You know, a lot of people took the whole week off.
Mm-hmm. My mom did.
Are you familiar with this tradition that people take a whole week off?
My mom took a whole week off.
Yeah, and so it's been a lot of heavy traffic since last weekend. People are running around. They're doing shopping. Whatever you're trying to do, but everybody's in a hurry. Try not to get an accident. I've been a police officer for 27 years. I handled a lot of accidents prior to retiring 12 years ago. The number one thing is drive defensively. Keep your rearview mirrors adjusted so you can see what's coming up behind you. When the light changes from red to green, don't immediately go because people blow those red lights.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to get broadsided. Give it an extra 3 seconds. And just giving you some tips and clues, keep everybody safe. Our phone lines are open, are they not?
They are sure open. 847-931-1410. Yes, you can call into the show today if you would like to. 847-931-1410. But don't forget also here, too, that you can comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. We also do have our Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Shoot us a text message, maybe some pictures. Let us know if you have any questions or comments as well here, too.
So the reason I mentioned the phone lines is because I'm sure other people, our listening audience, have had some crazy experiences over the holiday season, and we all learn from each other. What's happened to you may have never happened to me, and vice versa.
Right.
So I remember many years ago, I had some neighbors, and they were telling me the story of it was Black Wednesday. The woman was coming back from whatever party she was at. She was sober, but the weather started turning bad, and somebody slid in her car. Not even a drunk driving accident. It was just bad weather, and she was paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, you don't want to get in a situation like that. So be very careful on driving. As far as drinking, if you have any drinking questions, feel free to reach out. Today's the day to call us. On the way up here, I was flipping between listening to RMN and I was listening to WBB News Radio. And they themselves said they were going to talk about Black Wednesday in the noon hour. I'm glad radio stations are doing these type of informational talks. It's important for people to understand because I hate the words, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody needs to know what's going on. And part of radio and television broadcasting is just not entertainment. It's getting the information out. And when I start my new show, and I'm starting in January again on Fridays at 1 p.m., I'm coming back early. I didn't think, I thought I was set till Memorial Day, but obviously there's been an influx of demand for me to come back. I'm starting with life experiences, and I'm going to not only talk about mine, I'm going to have guests, and everybody's free to call in. Our phone lines will be open, right? They're all working well?
Oh, yes. They are working nice and dandy here. Now, tell us a little bit about your show that's going to be coming up in January.
In January, I'm going to be on Fridays at 1 p.m. Dino comes on at 2 with his arts and entertainment program.
Dino's Night Out.
I'm going to be right before. I'm going to be the lead-in. And I'm talking about life experiences, and I'm already booking guests. I have a nurse that is tentatively, a retired nurse, that is tentatively confirmed to come onto the show. And she'll talk about her experiences as a nurse. And we were talking the other day, I had lunch with her, and a big problem people have that she notices as a nurse is they don't properly take their medication. If the medication says take twice a day, a lot of people forget to take that second pill during the day, whatever it is, say it's high blood pressure, diabetes, or whatever. You need to maintain your medication as your doctor prescribed. Everybody's body's different. You're seeing your primary care physician, he or she knows what your body needs. So you need to follow those directions. There's also people that have lost their medication and have issues before going on vacation. Have you ever gone on vacation? Oh, you don't take meds, right?
No, well, I do. Just a little.
I have a friend. He went to China. He didn't take enough meds with him.
Oh, boy.
Yes, because his vacation was a month. He only took like 3 weeks, so he was a week shy. What he had to do is he had to go see a Chinese doctor. So the Chinese doctor can examine him and give him medication. Of course, they have access to the same meds we do. Mm-hmm. But they're just not going to give you meds. You know, hey, I need this list of pharmaceuticals. Yeah. They have to examine you. And it costs them, I think, an extra $500 to do that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, it's not cheap. You're going out there. It's a one-time shot. Maybe they don't take your... And he's a veteran, so he works off veterans, so he probably had to pay cash. That's why he told me pay $500. So if you're going and traveling, take your meds with you. We're going to take extra meds with you. We're going to have the nurse. We're going to talk to her about that. I'm going to try to get a podiatrist down there, talk about make sure you protect your feet. I've had 2 people that I know that were diabetics that ended up injuring their feet. And by the time it was all said and done, both of them ended up as amputees. So we don't want to get down that route. I'm going to have some other, I'm going to have, of course, attorneys. For 8 years, I was doing Legal Eagles. I got attorneys that more than happily come on my show and talk about whatever they're doing. And everybody has a different practice. When we think about attorneys, we always think about criminal cases. Mm-hmm. But you need to think about... especially if you have a family, you need to think about estate planning. What happens if you pass away? You have to have all that documented.
Right.
Because if you don't, I have some relatives that their father died and there was a will issue and it ended up going into court. One brother suing another brother. You don't want to get into that issue. If you have if you have possessions, if you have property, you got to make sure that, we're all going to die. We just got to make sure that if something happens suddenly, you have everything documented so it's properly dispersed as your wishes are. And especially if you got children, you got to make sure your life insurance is up to date. You got to make sure you're properly covered. A lot of people, for car insurance, you only get liability. And if you're struck by an uninsured driver, you're out that car because you don't have full coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're definitely going to talk a little bit more about this as well as we are here on Thanksgiving Eve. We hope you are enjoying the show. Very informative as we like to, of course, give you that great information so that you can keep nice and safe during the holiday season. I know people are taking off. Roads are very busy here, so make sure, of course, that you're prepared for that. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley, and we'll be back with more here in just a bit. So, of course, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Verizon. Elgin residents should note that non-emergency city offices will be closed Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday. Offices will resume their regular hours on Monday, December 2nd. In Oswego, a prolonged 8-month investigation culminated with the arrest of 31-year-old Larry E. Foster, who now faces allegations including 2 counts of criminal sexual assault and 1 count of criminal trespass. This follows a March incident where Foster allegedly entered a home without permission and sexually assaulted an individual. The Elgin Fire Department teaming up with Community Crisis Center to run a winter wear donation drive. Residents of Elgin are encouraged to donate new or gently used winter clothing to help adults struggling to stay warm this season. Donations including jackets, scarves, and gloves are accepted at any Elgin Fire Station and the Community Crisis Center located at 37 Geneva Street until December 31st. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Do you lay awake at night worrying about what to buy everyone on your holiday list? Well, Skechers is here for a holiday rescue with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the right gift for everyone on your list. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching your shoes, no retying laces. Plus, Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everyone. Moms, dads, grandparents, kids, friends, coworkers, and they're the most comfortable shoes they'll ever wear. Find them for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its head-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. NFL tomorrow. The Bears visit the Lions. Chicago winless in 4 road games. They're 4-7 overall. The Lions 10-1, 4-1 at home. They've won 9 straight and lead the NFC North. NBA Cup group stage play last night. The Bulls beat the Wizards 127-108. 19 points, 12 rebounds for Nikola Vukovic as Chicago improves to 8-11 overall. 6-5 away from home. Kobe White led all Bulls with 21 points. Zach LaVine had 18. Taylor Horton-Tucker with 13 off the bench. Jalen Smith added 12. The Bulls have wins in 3 of their last 5. They return to action tonight on the road at Orlando. The Blackhawks take on the Dallas Stars tonight at United Center. Chicago's 7-12-2. Dallas 13-7-0. The Stars are 3rd in the Central Division. Chicago's last. Just 1 win in the last 5 for the Blackhawks.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
There are Black Friday deals, and then there are Kohl's Black Friday deals. Where else can you get 40% off Levi's, up to 50% off Sephora fragrances, and home favorites for under $10, all in the same place? And it gets better. You can score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent. Get 15% off some of your finds, and save even more with limited time doorbusters, like 50% off toys. Select styles. Offers end November 29th. Coupons do not apply to Levi's and toys. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some restrictions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 12/28, in-store only.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 43. This afternoon, temperatures around 39. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny with a high near 36, and Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 20. Currently, it is 39 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
holiday season, Straight Talk Wireless is letting you say yes a lot more with real unlimited data. Yes to sharing pics of the ugliest holiday sweaters. Yes to checking weather on the go for surprise sledding trips. And with a free phone at sign up, let the yes-tivities begin.
No way!
Yes way. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 1/5/25 while supplies last at participating stores. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410. Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Hey, we want to remind you, folks, check out our website, WRMN1410.com. What we have featured, if you scroll down a bit, we've got Toys for Tots, the official drop-off site, continuing on now through till December 14th. In order to donate, you would need to purchase a new unwrapped toy for a child between the ages of newborn and 16 if you are looking to give back to the community, especially for those great kids out there that maybe don't get as many presents on Christmas or during the holidays. Feel free to be a part of that change. You can drop it off here at the station, 14 Douglas Avenue, or you can also drop it off at Guthrie and Brady at 463 North Roselle Road in Roselle. That's Toys for Tots. Definitely helping out a lot of kids out there, bringing the holiday cheer, one gift at a time. Very nice. Thank you again, Bill, for coming on today and talking about Drinksgiving, as well as other topics as well that are related to it. You're always very informative, and we greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much.
I try to keep the message out there. I try to keep people safe and sound from my experience and other experiences. And before the break, I was talking about, and I'm coming back to the network earlier. I didn't think I was going to come back before Memorial Day, but we've had really a lot of people have reached out to us about my show. I was so surprised. You know, there was days when people would never call in, and there was days when we were flooded. It was either feast or famine. And the times that nobody called in, you don't know if anybody's listening. And I was very surprised. And then I'd ask people, what did I talk about Saturday if you heard me? And they told me, and then I remembered. So, yeah, it's important to get the message out. I talk about public safety, life experiences. Let's keep everybody safe. I heard on the news there was a road rage incident the other night on the highway, and it seems that somebody pulled out a gun and shot the other person. So if you see some erratic driving behind you, don't try to cut this person off. Get out of their way. You don't know what their problem is. We really don't need to aggravate the situation. And a lot of people out there are carrying guns, have no doubt about it. So I want everybody to have a safe and sound, not only holiday, but lifetime. I don't want to see people paralyzed. I saw this as a policeman. I saw some horrific traffic accidents, and we don't need none of that. Our phone lines are open if you have any questions about alcohol consumption. I was with an attorney the other day, and I do some paralegal work on the side, and I was putting together some subpoenas and motions for his case, and it turned out to be a domestic violence case. We say violence, but there was a minor incident, and the subject was arrested. His girlfriend filed a complaint against him. And just because we say domestic violence, it doesn't mean somebody got beat up. But if you grab them, if you unlawfully touch them in any way during a domestic dispute, you can't be arrested. So you don't want to get in an incident like that. Tempers fly during the holidays, especially with alcohol consumption. And I did a broadcast last year, and we're going to put it on Odyssey about domestic violence. Who can be charged with domestic violence? It's not only a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse. It's two brothers. One incident where two brothers started fighting with each other.
Oh, my goodness.
And one was arrested. And it really ruined his future career. That domestic battery prevented him from becoming a police officer. So even though it may be a family dispute, you really don't want to be arrested for a domestic matter.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to make sure that, the holidays.
Tempers flare. And sometimes you don't see these people for a year, and all of a sudden somebody comes out with some nonsense, and somebody else has been drinking, and it rubs them the wrong way.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the number one thing that goes on with alcohol consumption is judgment, proper judgment.
Yeah.
People do stuff when they're intoxicated that they would not do sober.
Right, exactly.
So we all have to be careful. We have to watch ourselves, keep your hands to yourself. Trust me, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole into the legal system. It's very costly. And even if you resolve it down the road, it could have effects on your future career, especially if you want to get in law enforcement.
Yeah. Did you ever experience that at family events? You don't have to call anyone out. But...
Listen, I'm glad you bring that up. We'll do a little life experience here. Many years ago, before I became a policeman, and while I was in the Navy Reserves, I was dating this girl. She was Irish girl, and she told me traditionally their family always drinks on weekends. And what did I care, And back then I didn't realize the amount of alcohol consumption that people do. Some people just wait for the weekends. They can be sober all week, and then they go binge drink it on the weekends. So I was dating her, and she was really nice. But when they started drinking, she got into a verbal argument with her sister, big time. And aggression came out that had been withheld, and they started going off on each other. So I told her father, I said, hey, you better check on the ladies there. And he looks at them and goes, they're having a good time. So he was used to it.
Yeah.
But really, sometimes tempers flare. And I realized, I didn't understand it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I realize that some people are binge drinkers. They can go a long period of time without drinking, but once they drink, they drink to excess. They drink. Some drink to the point they pass out. So it's not. It's too much of a good thing. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, that's a small tidbit of life experience from the early '80s from myself. But if you're dating somebody and they have an alcohol problem, you really want to get them some help. They can't force them.
Mm-hmm.
They have to voluntarily want to go into rehab or get dry. But alcohol is a drug. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Alcohol is a drug. It's a depressant. It's not a party. People think it's a party, but it's not a party if you drink to excess.
Right.
So you got to be very careful. You know what else I want to talk about real quickly? Today is a big shopping day at grocery stores like Jewel, Mariano's.
Mm-hmm.
So there ain't going to be a quick fix if you're going out shopping.
Yeah.
Give yourself a lot of time and don't get aggravated.
Exactly.
Many years ago, I saw an argument between two women at Walmart. I mean, it was loud. I didn't even have my hearing aids on. It was loud. I stopped going to Walmart after that. We don't need aggravation at the grocery store or wherever.
Now, I never experienced any fighting at stores with Black Friday, but I had a friend growing up who did go one time. It was maybe back in 2013, 2014, and there were these two women that were fighting over a shoe.
Over a what?
Over a shoe, pair of shoes.
Really?
They were tugging at it. They're like, no, that's mine. That's mine. So.
As I recall, and this was pre-COVID, so we're talking about 5-6 years ago, these two ladies, I can't remember, they weren't physically touching, but they were so loud, and I don't wear my hearing aids when I go shopping. I don't want no more damage to my hearing. So I couldn't believe it. What is this noise? And I looked down there, and they are going off on each other. I couldn't believe this. I didn't know what it was about, and I really didn't want no part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept moving along. But I said, this is the last time I'm shopping at Walmart. If you Google Walmart fight interviews or Walmart fights on YouTube or Google, you will find videos of people fighting over stuff at Walmart.
Yeah. Well, there's a horror movie that I went and saw called Thanksgiving.
What is it called?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
It was last year. And there's a scene where the people are fighting over Black Friday sales, and
This must be a grade B small independent film.
Yeah, it was kind of cheesy, but it was very laughable. But yeah, also kind of like if you take it seriously, it's like, ugh, people trampling on each other to get deals.
Yes. But there's actual videos of people fighting at Walmart. If you Google, I'm sure you'll find it on YouTube.
I would rather stay at home on Black Friday and just I don't know, shop online.
Oh, you know what else is horrible? Parking.
Yeah.
People are violating the handicap zones. And I meant to mention that. Not only at store, shopping centers like Walmart, parking lots, but at the post office. I saw this last year, and I just saw it the other day. What they'll do is they'll come into the handicap, and they're unloading so much mail and packages because they're trying to get it all out and shipped out before Christmas. But I said, hey, you know, you're in the handicap. And he goes, oh, I have a handicapped person in the car. Yeah, but that person is not using the post office.
Yeah.
That person is just there as like an excuse for you to park in the handicap. You're using the post office. If that person was using the post office and, you know, trying to walk in, yeah, sure, sit in the handicap. But I have neuropathy of the legs. It's painful for me to walk long distances.
Mm-hmm.
I need that handicap, but especially post offices, you might have one or maybe two handicap spots tops.
Yeah.
So you can't, but people are ignorant when it comes to that. Please don't park in a handicap spot. And I've seen people fight over regular car spaces at shopping centers. Many, many years ago, I saw this at Woodfield. Woodfield this time of year. I love to shop at Woodfield, but this time of year is the time I avoid it unless you go real early in the morning. That's the trick.
They go very early in the morning. Yeah, I definitely would agree with that.
Yes, go in early, get when the store's open. Go in before they open. The doors are open early. So if the store is opening 10, I would be there at 9:45.
See, now we're announcing for people to go early, and then everyone's going to go early.
Only those listeners. And it's our listeners we're trying to help. The WRMN and phone lines are open.
Yes.
At what?
847-931-1410. We are going to take a little time out here, folks, and we'll be back with more Out to Lunch. Having a good time. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Twin Zeros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Heroes has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsheroes.com. That's Twins Heroes at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
And when it's like Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, Brian has these little competitions. People ring up and they gobble like a turkey, and whoever gets the most votes for the best gobble off, they win a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Really? That's a great idea. That's a great radio contest. Derek has given us some great ideas here.
That's
Larry.
right. Yeah.
It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN. All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN. I want to thank Wendy for commenting in today on the YouTube side of things. She is wishing us, that's me and Bill, a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Wendy. I hope you have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving as well, too. Folks, feel free to call in. Let us know what you're doing for Thanksgiving. Don't forget also here, too, please call into the shows coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have Dennis Sonar Green live, who is going to be doing the Studio 14 morning show from his home. You'll be able to listen to that. Call into the show coming up tomorrow from 10 until 1 o'clock with Dino. He's going to be gracefully doing my show here from 10 to 1. I greatly appreciate that a lot. I will definitely be calling in, but I encourage you folks out there to call into these shows. We are still going to be live coming up tomorrow on Thanksgiving, so you can call our number, 847-931-1410. We would love to hear what you're doing for Thanksgiving, what you're doing for the holidays, what you're thankful for, maybe even some Thanksgivings of the past. What are some fun memories that you remember from Thanksgivings in the past? That's the time to call in to be a part of the community here and share your story with us. So that's coming up tomorrow. We highly encourage you call in during those shows. That'll be live here in studio. We do have a caller on hold. We'll take it to the phone lines here. Hello there, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Matt. It's Rita.
Hello, Rita. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. I have a question.
Yes.
Or a statement in regards to these stores with, the Black Friday sales. If they were up and up with the public, the thing of it is, whatever they have on a great deal, what is the quantity that they have knowing that a lot of people are coming? And if they were really good to their customers, they would say, well, if they run out, that the people could get a ticket of some sort that says, they were there on the day, but they ran out, and now they could still purchase it at another time at that price. But you never hear the stores recommending anything like that. So I'm going to get off the air, and I wish you both a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll call in again. Thank you.
All right, you as well, Rita. Thanks again for joining us today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye-bye now. Yeah, I would say with the stores, it's all about what you say, the proper preparedness. What's that you say?
The 5P principle.
Yeah.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Exactly.
You got to prepare. I really, just personally, everybody can do what they want. I really avoid shopping at stores on Black Friday. 20 years ago, I went with my kids when they were small. It was horrific. I thought it'd be fun. Too many people, actually people shoving. I tried to feed my kids at the food mart. There was no, at the food court of the shopping center I was in, there was no seats available, and my kids were small at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to check out. We went into Best Buy. There's another store I personally avoid. I mean, if you like it, that's fine, but I personally avoid it. We couldn't check out. It was the line was so huge. They're giving away big discounts on these items, but really, do I need the aggravation? I'd rather pay the extra $10 than not be aggravated.
Yeah.
20 years ago, we didn't have all this online shopping. You can shop for a lot of stuff. And I look for odd stuff. I buy stuff off of eBay, even though it's used. It's stuff that may be discontinued. Like my daughter's boyfriend's a big Harry Potter fan, so I buy.
Oh, nice.
I actually found Harry Potter. They issued some cassette tapes years ago when, for some, I guess they read the stories or whatever. But, they don't manufacture cassette tapes anymore. I thought even if he doesn't listen to it, and I have a cassette player he can listen to it, it's a collector's item.
Yeah, I've got one. My brother in the past has bought me stuff off eBay. One in particular was a collector's item. It was a 2000s Series of Unfortunate Events. That's the book by Lemony Snicket. Card game. And they don't sell them anymore.
I'm sorry, what was the name of the book?
It was a card game. A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yeah.
My favorite.
A Series of Unfortunate Events.
My favorite book
I
series.
saw the movie. I didn't read the book.
Which movie? The 2004 film or the
Jim
2013?
Carrey.
Okay, yeah, so that's my favorite.
Jim Carrey. And I think Billy Connolly played the uncle.
He did, Uncle Monty.
Yeah, so...
Aunt Josephine was Meryl Streep.
I thought that was a very interesting film.
I love it. I love the style of it. It's just amazing.
Let's shift to holiday films. Let's shift our discussion a little bit to holiday films. The holidays is also time that people get bummed out. Not everybody's happy during the holidays. There's a lot of aggravation. You may see relatives you don't like. You may be going to these events yearly and you run into people you don't like, in-laws you don't care for, whatever, and people get bummed out, or people, there's people going through divorces this time of year, so they're not happy campers. So you really got to make yourself happy. Listen to upbeat music or watch some upbeat films. They don't have to be holiday films, but they could be comedies. One of my favorite comedies is Monty Python, The Holy Grail. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's from the 70s. It's in the Monty Python. Are you familiar with the Monty Python group?
I'm familiar with them. I mean, I've heard of it before, yes.
They were a comedic group with John Cleese and Graham Chapman and a lot of Michael Palin. It's just a hilarious film. And if you're bummed out during the holidays, you don't want to watch a holiday-themed movie. Watch a comedy that's light and funny and gets you. Another one, it's a mad, 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 mad world. Have you ever seen this?
I've never seen it. I know about it, though.
It's hilarious. It's from the 50s. It had almost every big comedian at the time in that film. Milton Berle, Sid Caesar, Ethel Merman, I'm trying to think of other comedians that were in that film, but it's hilarious. It's just a funny movie, and even though I've seen it numerous times, I still laugh. So, I mean, if you want to watch a holiday movie, there's always Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation.
That I've seen, of course, yes.
Yeah. You know what? One of the channels is playing a 24-hour marathon of it.
Really?
Yeah. Which, those marathons are pretty cool because I just put it on, and it doesn't matter what the movie is if it's interesting. But I'll doze off during the evening and I wake up and it doesn't matter what part of the movie's on. I've seen the movie so many times.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Beverly D'Angelo, all the great cast.
So it's important not to get bummed out or have the blues during the holidays, no matter what type of problem you're going through, whether it's a family problem or financial problems or divorce or whatever. But you got to keep yourself upbeat. That's how you're going to get through it.
Absolutely. That's very important. Very important indeed. And you know what? Even if you don't have anyone to spend time with on the holidays, find a spot for yourself where, you have your own little cozy corner and rekindle memories or other things like that too. There's lots of different activities out there that you can enjoy. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN. When we come back, I'm going to read through just a little bit briefly here the National Day calendar. So I'll kind of go through that, tell you what we have to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy today. And then at some point, we're going to be having a special interview on the phone line. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Mazziano's Pizza and Pastaria at Route 20 and Nestler in Elgin. There is one true fact of everyday life that never dulls: the simple pleasure of eating great Italian food. At Mazziano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Mazziano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like: delivery, carry out, or dine in. Visit Mazzianos.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Verizon. The City of Elgin calling on residents to mark your calendars for National Cookie Day, December 4th at the center of Elgin, located at 100 Symphony Way from 3 to 5 p.m. Bring your festive cheer and a letter to Santa, because the first 50 kids will be treated to a free cookie. The Neighbor Settlement is holding its annual tree lighting ceremony on December 4th from 5 to 7 p.m. at 523 South Webster Street in Naperville. Santa is set to be there. There'll be delicious cookies and cocoa as well, and events get underway at 5:15. Naperville taking a step toward enhancing its cultural landscape with feedback from its public art survey. Residents showing enthusiasm for nature-inspired and interactive installations as part of the survey, while 82% would like to see public art outside of the downtown area. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Do you lay awake at night worrying about what to buy everyone on your holiday list? Well, Skechers is here for a holiday rescue with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the right gift for everyone on your list. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching your shoes, no retying laces. Plus, Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everyone: moms, dads, grandparents, kids, friends, coworkers, and they're the most comfortable shoes they'll ever wear. Find them for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks take on the Dallas Stars tonight at United Center. Chicago's 7-12-2, Dallas 13-7-0. The Stars are third in the Central Division. Chicago's last. Just one win in the last 5 for the Blackhawks. NFL tomorrow. The Bears visit the Lions. Chicago winless in 4 road games. They're 4-7 overall. The Lions 10-1, 4-1 at home. They've won 9 straight and lead the NFC North. NBA Cup group stage play last night. The Bulls beat the Wizards 127-108. 19 points, 12 rebounds for Nikola Vukovic as Chicago improves to 8-11 overall. overall, 6 and 5 away from home. Kobe White led all Bulls with 21 points. Zach LaVine had 18. Taylor Horton-Tucker with 13 off the bench. Jalen Smith added 12. The Bulls have wins in 3 of their last 5. They return to action tonight on the road at Orlando. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
There are Black Friday deals, and then there are Kohl's Black Friday deals. Where else can you get 40% off Levi's, up to 50% off Sephora fragrances, and home favorites for under $10, all in the same place? And it gets better. You can score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent. Get 15% off some of your finds, and save even more with limited time doorbusters, like 50% off toys. Select styles. Offers end November 29th. Coupons do not apply to Levi's and toys. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays, and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 12/28, in-store only.
It's always exciting to hear Elgin business owners like Tanner Melvin of Side Street Studios share positivity about the local community.
Elgin is on its way, and it has been, and it's sometimes, we got set back, the pandemic, and it's been rough. Everyone has felt it in so many different ways. What we're trying to do is a lot of hand-holding and shoulder rubbing and being like, it's okay. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get this town a lot more money. We're very lucky to live in this community right now. There's nothing like this around here.
Feel the positive power of the first shift with me, Marky B, weekday mornings on WRMN.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left, then it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the 11 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Now again, it's a little bit more of an overcast day outside today in terms of temperature-wise for the Elgin area within the Fox River Valley. We are seeing right now here at about 41 degrees, our high of 43 today, pretty much cloudy throughout the day. For Thursday tomorrow, we're going to be seeing a high of only about 32 degrees, dropping down to a low of 22 degrees as we get into Thursday night. That is going to be for Thanksgiving tomorrow. It is predicted to actually be mostly cloudy in the very early morning, but then it does start to clear up. So we are going to be seeing here later into the morning about partly cloudy skies here, even a little bit of a mostly sunny skies there too. We get into the afternoon and evening, then it is going to start to kind of accumulate a little bit more clouds with it being cloudy. We're going to be seeing it dropping down to a low of 22 degrees. Friday rolls around here. We see a high of 25, low of 17 degrees. We see it as being pretty much mostly sunny outside. So that's going to be nice. Pardon me. Oh, my goodness me. Okay, there we go. My throat sometimes. It happens. Especially during the drier, colder weather. We also have here a high of 25, low of 15 degrees coming up for Saturday night. It is going to be here pretty much nice and sunny. Sunday and Monday are both highs of 27, lows of 18. So predicted to be pretty much partly cloudy throughout Monday and Sunday and Monday. Tuesday, the snow showers are coming here. That is going to be a high of 27, low of 22, predicted to be mostly cloudy. So it's going to be mostly cloudy out there. Wednesday rolls around. We see a high of 31, low of 28, predicted to be also partly cloudy. So that's the forecast that we're going to be seeing throughout the rest of this day and also into the rest of this week and into next week as well, too. So very, very nice. Let's take a look here at the National Day calendar. So we'll hop onto the National Day calendar train for a bit, talk a little bit about that. And if you want to rewatch, of course, the video, of course, when we broadcasted live from the Pingree Grove, we're going to be putting together some stuff there, too. We did get some B-roll film on that, so very good. We have National Jukebox Day today. It's the day before Thanksgiving. This is the day before to gather around the turkey, where you can gather around the nearest jukebox to celebrate National Jukebox Day. As Americans flock to their hometowns for Thanksgiving, many will head out to neighborhood bars and restaurants. They will catch up with friends and family and celebrate by playing great songs on their local jukebox. So that's going to be a fun time for sure, of course. And, well, how to celebrate today? Well, play some music. What are some of your favorite songs to play during Thanksgiving and the holiday season? Jukeboxes, definitely, something that has been around. You enter the golden era of jukeboxes in the 30s. Then it continues on to the modern era. The 1960s started the new modern age for jukeboxes. Designs of coin-operated models went through radical changes. New materials and customer demand influenced aesthetics and increased the variety of song selections there too. So that is a day recognized today, the day before Thanksgiving. Another day is, of course, recognized today on the day before Thanksgiving, National Taiwan On Day today. Now, some might be confused with its name. However, it's not all about going out getting crazy and drinking too much while others are at home. It's about working hard, preparing for tomorrow's big Thanksgiving Day meal. Tying one on, of course, meaning the apron, or, figuratively speaking, or also literally too, tying on an apron to get ready for the Thanksgiving season. Thanksgiving Day coming up tomorrow, and cooking and baking and doing all of that hard work. Because cooking can be messy. The apron is there to protect your clothes. Not as an easy place to wipe our butter or flour-covered hands, though. And though it may be tempting to wash our hands and then dry them on our apron, that's too frowned upon, it says. So that's the under apron FAQ on nationaldaycalendar.com. So the word apron originally began as a French word, naperon. However, when it was translated to English, the phrase a naperon gradually separated to an apron, which is then giving us an accidental word. So it ended up working out anyways, though. So that's a day recognized today. Getting ready to do some cooking and also some baking. Also continuing on here, too, another day recognized, a great dessert. It's National Bavarian Cream Pie Day today. It recognizes the pie that makes a grand entrance to many homes on Thanksgiving, as well as, of course, during the holiday season. In the early 19th century, Carême established many of the French cooking techniques that are still used today. That is the French chef Marie Antoine. He is given credit for abolishing some practices from his kitchen, receives credit for including the creation of the Bavarian cream. Perhaps he didn't create it, but perfected this gelatin-based pastry cream. Initially, gourmet restaurants, as well as luxury hotels, served Bavarian cream pie in France in the early 19th century. So a day to recognize today and to also celebrate by having some delicious Bavarian cream pie. Sounds pretty good. If you rather go to a little bit more of the beef jerky side of things, it's National Craft Jerky Day today, founded in 2016 by the National Day Calendar and Long Beach Jerky Company. Recognizing craft jerky is a standard for which all of the jerky is measured. It awakens the taste buds and ignites the options for jerky fans over the world. The day focuses on artisanal creators of this dehydrated, seasoned meat and snack extraordinaire. So it's definitely something that a lot of people crave, that a lot of people like, and definitely leaves a lasting impression on your taste buds as well there too. So that is also recognized as well today. Happy National Craft Jerky Day. Some other days recognized as well in the United States: National Farm City Week. It's observed now through till December 4th. It's marked during the week of leading into Thanksgiving, celebrating and recognizing the lucrative partnership between rural and urban communities that make American food safe as well as generous. And of course, also here too, we recognize all the farms out there too that put so much time and effort into, of course, feeding the world as well. So those are some days recognized. This and more can be found on nationaldaycalendar.com as well as nationaltoday.com as well. So feel free to take a look at all of those. There's lots of different holidays, also some other famous birthdays here as well too that you can feel free to check out. It's Bruce Lee's birthday, Bill Nye's birthday as well. So happy birthday to them. The time here is 11:14. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out. Then we'll be back. We'll talk more here, a little bit more about Drinksgiving. And then as we get into the second part of the 11 o'clock hour, we're going to be having a special guest on the air here through the phone line. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit. Come see the only train-themed restaurant where all the seating is on the tracks. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill on Main Street in both Bartlett and Glen Ellen is always fun and always fresh. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill serves 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs and burgers. There's also chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and more, all loaded up on 2 Lionel O-scale trains and delivered directly to your seat. No one sits away from the fun, regardless of age. When a train arrives delivering your food, you'll smile ear to ear. Visit twotoots.com.
Ready to hit the ground running or walking? Welcome to Dick Pond Athletics in St. Charles. For over 50 years, we've outfitted runners of all levels with the best shoes, apparel, and accessories. Whether you're training for a 5K, gearing up for a marathon, or just want to be as healthy as possible, we've got the gear you need. Visit us for a personalized Atrex 3D gait analysis. Shop our fantastic selection and snag a deal in our clearance section. Stop by any of our 5 stores in Lisle, Carroll Stream, Park Ridge, Hoffman Estates, or St. Charles. Monday to Friday, 10 to 8, Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, 11 to 4. Visit dickpondathletics.com today.
The Distance Social, your spot for great craft cocktails with meaningful conversation. Whether you're out entertaining a group or out for a memorable nightcap, The Distance Social is your spot for starting or ending the perfect evening. Located at 314 North River Street in beautiful East Dundee, Illinois. Go the distance and find your social at The Distance Social.
Want to feel your best and take control of your health? Tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410. Join Dr. Bob for expert advice on nutrition, exercise, herbal supplements, mind-body medicine, and more. Get answers to your questions. Stay updated with breaking health news, and don't miss special segments like The Health Alternative and Outrage and Mystery of the Week. Whether you're looking for wellness tips or the latest in holistic healing, the Dr. Bob Martin Show has you covered. It's your weekly dose of health, Sundays from 1 to 4 p.m., only on WRMN, AM 1410.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. We hope you are enjoying the day so far today, that you're having a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving Eve before we get into Thanksgiving Day. Don't forget, we are going to be live here at WRMN coming up on Thanksgiving. We have Dennis Sonar Green going to be doing the Studio 14 morning show from his home in his jammies. Should be pretty nice. We'll have to see what kind of jammies he's going to be wearing, though. With that being said, also, we have from 10 until 1 o'clock. I have Dino, who's going to be covering for my show. Thank you so much for doing that. That's greatly appreciated. I'm going to be home with the family. We're going to be making lots of great food, and it's going to be a great time. I'll make sure to call in so that I can say what I'm doing for Thanksgiving and wishing everyone out there a happy Thanksgiving as well. I highly encourage you call into the show tomorrow, 847-931-1410. Call into the show and let people know about what you're doing for Thanksgiving, some awesome memories as well, too, maybe on some past Thanksgivings. Bill, how you doing so far?
Good. What we're trying to do today is give out tips and clues so people have a happy and safe and aggravation-free holiday week and weekend. So one thing I didn't touch on, and we already talked about binge drinking, parking at shopping centers, early bird shopping. But one thing I didn't touch on, and 2 weeks ago when I was here, when you did the National Day thing, it was National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. Do you remember this?
Yes, National.
I went and cleaned out my fridge because you reminded me.
I did. Oh, good.
So listen, folks, you're going to have huge leftovers during the holidays, whether you're cooking or visiting. I suggest today you clean out your fridge. Get rid of all that old food. And you'll be surprised sometimes. I like Ziploc bags and I put dates on them when the food was, because I'm not going to eat anything over 4 days old. But my wife likes this Tupperware stuff, and I hate it because it's sitting back there. You finally open it up, and it's some kind of a sauce or something. It's moldy. How many times have you pulled something out and it's moldy?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah, you don't want to be getting sick. If you don't know how old that food is, just chuck it, because it's cheaper to throw away $10 of food than to spend 10 hours in the emergency room.
Yeah.
And I've had food poisoning many years ago, 4 days in the hospital. It's not a fun thing, folks. But clean out your fridge, get rid of all those. You're going to have fresh food tomorrow if you're going. Now, we have to cover all areas of the spectrum. There are some people that are by themselves, don't have nowhere to go, or not cooking. People live solitary. People are divorced. People are widowers. People are just old and their kids are gone. There are a lot of restaurants that are open tomorrow that are serving turkey and everything else. They cook it all for you. Mm-hmm. I saw one restaurant. It was in Norwich on Cumberland, Blossom Cafe. They have a full turkey dinner for $32.
Wow.
Yeah, all the trimmings. Plus, I think you're going to have to check it. Don't quote me, but I think there's a little dessert there, too. $32 is very fair for a full turkey dinner.
Absolutely.
Check it, Blossom Cafe for turkey. And I'm sure there's a lot of them. We'll have to check around the area to see what's open tomorrow. But just do a little Googling, see what's opening near you. And I don't mind traveling for food. If something's open, I don't mind going. But tomorrow, a lot of restaurants are open, especially for breakfast, because people are cooking lunch. They don't want to cook breakfast. Because usually they eat turkey around. What time are you guys eating? 2 o'clock?
Usually around 3.
3 o'clock. So you really don't want to be cooking breakfast when you're cooking the turkey. So people go out for breakfast. There's a lot of restaurants that are open. I don't know if the locals like Ray's or Paul's are open tomorrow, but I'm sure if you start checking now, you can make your plans to go out for breakfast or lunch or even turkey dinner.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of restaurants that are doing that, and that's a great thing because why cook for yourself? Why go through all that trouble just to cook for yourself, Go out there and enjoy. Yeah. And a lot of times at restaurants, I run into people that I haven't seen for years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing. But it cheers you up when you see somebody you haven't seen for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the American Legion in Arlington Heights breakfast. They have a breakfast the first Sunday of every month up until May. The next one is Sunday, December 1st, and Santa Claus will be there.
Nice.
A Santa Claus, not the Santa Claus in the North Pole, but a Santa Claus.
Don't tell the kids.
A Santa Claus. So, but I went there for the first time last month in November, and the guy that's serving me, he was also a retired policeman. I worked with him 30-some years ago.
Oh, wow. So you got to rekindle.
So I told him, give me extra potatoes there, man.
That's nice. Got to rekindle with someone from the past.
Yeah, but a lot of American Legions, and what I like, I go and I run into people that I haven't seen or I meet new people. I was sitting on a table. The guy was a truck driver for waste management.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I just work for, there is no just. I go, we take out our garbage. It's important to get the garbage picked up.
Yep.
You know, streets and sand has to plow the snow. You know what I mean? Every job is important. There is no, I'm just a mechanic. When my car's broken down on Milwaukee Avenue and cars are slamming on their brakes, my mechanic is my lifesaver. He's as good to me as a doctor. Every person's job is important. We're all cogs on a wheel to keep the country going.
Of course.
You
Absolutely.
know. So, so I respect everybody and their jobs, and we're going to get, for my show, which starts on Friday, January, the first Friday in January, I think it's January 3rd, we're going to try to get people on here and talk about their life experience and their jobs, whether they're doctors or nurses or auto mechanics or streets and sand, whatever they are, every job's important. And there's an old saying that treat the janitor of the school with the same respect that you treat the principal.
Mm-hmm.
Because the janitor is the one that cleans up the mess. I've done janitorial work. I've done garbage pickup in my life. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, you know? But, hey, speaking of dirty jobs, remember the old TV series with that Mike guy, Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs? Do you remember on the History Channel? No?
No.
That was, you know, I used to enjoy that. He used to find some people that do some bizarre jobs, like cleaning out on bridges, re-oiling and cleaning out the bridges and taking out that old tar and oil. It was really a good, you don't understand how many people do some dirty jobs to keep the system moving along, to keep cars moving, to keep people safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important, and every job's important. So I want to thank everybody out there, all our listeners, no matter what your job is, and especially cooks, because I hate cooking. I eat out a lot. I want to thank all our cooks in restaurants. Am I right? Some of the best.
Well, taking the time off. Well, taking the time to cook the food for everyone out there too, especially on a holiday.
It's easier for me just to go to Ray's or Paul's or JoJo's Diner or Twins Restaurant. I ate there the other day. The Monday and Tuesday, they have a $17.99 barbecue rib special, which was just spectacular.
Ooh, half or full rib?
Full ribs, $17.99 Mondays and Tuesdays.
That's good.
Yeah, they got a little advertisement here. They're Twins on Harlem Avenue in Howard Heights, which is the Howard Heights, Norridge area. If you're going shopping at the Harlem Irving Mall, it's 5 minutes away from Harlem Irving Shopping Center. Stop there, get your, if it's Monday or Tuesday, get your $17.99 ribs. Comes with fries.
Nice.
It comes garlic bread. And I was full. I went home, took a nap afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Hey, you know, a lot of people take naps after you eat that turkey.
Yeah, well, they call it like a food coma.
Yeah, food coma.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I call it, food coma.
It's some kind of ingredient or it's some kind of chemical in the turkey. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But there was a Seinfeld episode about it where they were trying to put this girl to sleep so they could play with her toys.
Oh.
She had old toys, collector's items like G.I. Joes and stuff they didn't see from their childhood. So she wouldn't let them play with this. So they kept bringing turkey over. She'd go to sleep and they play with these toys. You know, that's another thing. I'm talking about comedies and making you laugh. Seinfeld is it's a little risque, but it's funny. And you need to watch upbeat. You can't get bummed out during the holidays, no matter what the problem is. If you want to watch holiday movies, we've mentioned Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
What's another good one?
That's a classic.
I'll tell you one. It's rare. A lot of people are not familiar, but I like it. Christmas with the Cranks. Do you ever see that?
I saw it a long time ago when I was a kid. Actually, I don't think I was a kid. My parents didn't want me to see it.
It's pretty good. Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis play a couple. They want to skip Christmas and go to Jamaica, 90 degrees, and their neighbors get all bent out of shape about it, you know?
I've seen the clip of where she's, it was with the ham.
Which
she's
one?
Fighting with the lady in the store with the ham. Yeah.
And, of course, there's Arnold Schwarzenegger's Jingle All the Way when he's trying to get that special toy for his kid.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
See, I'm glad I mentioned this. We should have a movie segment on your show.
Hey, that would be fun.
But Jingle All the Way is another good one. It's different from, the traditional that you'll see on regular television. What's another good one for the holidays? They say Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, but I say I like watching it at Christmas time.
Yep.
On New Year's Eve, I always watch a Poseidon Adventure. Have you seen the Poseidon Adventure?
No, I've heard of it, though.
Yes, it's the ship that capsizes on New Year's Eve, gets hit by a 90-foot tidal wave. Great cast.